ETC, we start with 1 hour chart. Just I want to give a quick update. First of all, if you refer to our analysis, since the price was within this move, we mentioned how we can look for trade. And there was a short trade to look for. Whoever get the trade right now, I think if they haven't taken the profit, they should at least take with the trade in break even. Because we mentioned we're looking at this one as a flat, as a correction in relative to this. No one see what's the next, whether this is the start of the up move or the price can drop, because there is no much different if you refer to our analysis in my last video. Anyway, we start with higher time frame. We want to see what we have based on daily chart. We don't have anything. The only thing is whether this is a correction relative to this or not. This is the only things we're looking for. And if I move to forward chart, and even if you refer to our analysis in my last video, we mentioned the possibility of this one can be a correction relative to this for one more drop. If we get any drop, the next one can give us really good trade setup. This is what we discussed. And most of the chart, they have a similar movement. Anyway, still we are looking at that. That means we don't have any trade setup for continuation. And mostly we prefer if the price give us one more drop with the breakout of the 60. It doesn't mean again the price cannot continue from here, but right now we don't have any trade setup to look for buy. Even we don't have any trade setup to look for sell, because if we move to 1 hour chart, what we can see here, still we can look for continuation, but whether we can look for trade or not, this is the question. Okay, if we put that this top in relative to the previous one, MACD doesn't show us anything, but here also we don't have the divergence. Then how we can look at the chart? First, if I want to put this one as a flat in relative to this as a 1, 2 for one move up, we can expect to give us one move up. But how we can look for trade? Either we get the sharp move flag or we put our entry above here. But I don't think it can give us a really good trade setup. This is what not. This is we are not looking for this type of the trade. Okay, we are looking for the long-term trade. If we want to look for buy, if this one drops some more, we get the flat, then any reversal from there we can look for buy. This is the best things. And beside that, if the price and retest the previous low, either we will retest the previous low or we get this flat. That means at least we need to get one more drop. Even if the price continue from here as a corrective, we are not really interested to look for buy. Can we expect this one give us one more drop? This one turn to a correction for sell. If we get any sell from here in terms of the risk and reward by putting our stop loss above this, it can give us a really good trade. That means if we get the correction here, any sell from here with the breakout of this low, at least with the breakout of this one, which is 62. Okay, in terms of the risk and reward, it can give us a really good trade setup. Again, if we want to look for sell, we need to wait for the deeper correction. We put our entry below here, or we take the trade based on lower time frame, because at that times our stop loss will be at the top. Again, in terms of the risk and reward, it can give us good trade setup. I need to highlight again, it doesn't mean the price cannot continue, but the only thing is how we can look for trade, unless we see some changes here later. Okay, anyway, still we can consider this one for one more drop before we get the next move, and the next drop either retest the previous low 60, or this one turn similar to what we have here for this flat. Anyway, we don't have any trade setup. We just follow the chart. If I see any update, I will share. Thanks.